Hey, I just want to do like a little intro before the intro kind of thing. When we started filming this project, we truly thought we would get it finished in a couple of days. I honestly even thought we might finish it in one day. We did not. So these clips are over the course of a few weeks. And so they may feel a little jumbled. There may be some repetition because I just kind of lost track of what we had already talked about in the videos and those types of things. And you may see some of these clips in other videos. I just wanted to pull all of the clips together that were about this project and have one video about it. So thanks for your patience in that process, and I hope you enjoy this video. Hey, this is Rachelle from our Silly Goose family. We are about to jump into another project. Joseph and I are going to be installing our chicken fencing in our backyard in the area that we're going to give the chickens. They love it in that corner, so we're going to make that work because once the chicks are bigger, I just feel like it would be too crowded in the run that we have. So we want to give them some more space, and it's a really natural area where they can do lots of dust bathing and lots of pecking and scratching and whatnot. So we're going to be working on that. It's Thursday. I'm excited to have Joseph home with us today. He's been really busy at work. He's on staff at our church, and our church just launched a new campus, and so that's been really busy. So he took the day off today so that I could put him to work here. It goes that way sometimes, doesn't it? Anyway, he knew we had lots to do. He knew what he was getting into. So we'll take you along for the ride on getting this fencing installed. We certainly are no experts on anything we do around here. We're just showing you what we're doing and hoping it works. And maybe there'll be some silliness along the way. If there is, we'll try to share it. We've started putting up the T-post. So this is our current chicken run. We're actually going to attach it to the run so that we don't have to put fencing here. So we're starting here, and we're starting in front of some bushes and things that are over here because we're not intending on moving those. And some of you may look at this and go, but there's already fencing there. Well, that fence belongs to our neighbors, and our chickens can actually get over it. It's only 4 feet tall, so we're aiming for 6 feet tall. Now, we go for finished, not perfect around here, and we're new at this. This is our first time ever installing T-posts. These are the like legit metal T-posts. We've got that thing that you put on the top to hammer them in, and we're trying as we go to tweak with each one and figure out how to get them straight. They're turning crooked. Probably by the last one we'll figure it out. Hey babies, you getting some time in the leaves? Yeah. They just followed Asher all the way back here. They're so cute. Hey babies.
Look at little turkeys.
Yeah, turkey's still a lot smaller than everyone else. Yeah, so cute. So cute. Hey babies. Ooh, I wonder what they saw, what they're going for. You see how big these yellow ones are getting? My goodness. And I'm feeling less and less certain that that one on the far left is a runner duck. It doesn't walk upright so much anymore. I think that one just tried to dive and then realized it's not deep enough.
That was just chilling in the water.
They might need a swim in the pool after this because that one's already muddy. Oh my goodness, the little flap, flap, flaps.
There's a deeper end over there. How many years did, like, how long ago did I make this?
Yeah.
Trying to make it
Asher set up a little waterfall for them, and they are here for it. They're loving it.
This is clear water when it hits the ground. So basically anybody can drink it.
Oh, basically anyone could drink it?
It depends on if they come. Squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. Basically anyone could drink this as long as they are lucky enough.
I think some of them are getting the zoomies. We are halfway with driving the post in, and it is a lot of hard work for Joseph being the one driving the post in. And we had a little mishap. I don't know why I did this. I've been just keeping a hand on the post to keep it kind of steady until he gets it to a certain point. I don't know what I was thinking. Instead of moving my hand down, I moved it up right as he came down with the post driver. I let out quite a howl. I'm fine. It's really not. It's my thumb. Let's see. It's really not that bad. I didn't even cry. I screamed, but I didn't cry. So we're going to take a break. We're going to do lunch and spend a little time together as a family, and then hopefully we can get the rest. So we've done 17. We have 17 more. Hopefully we can get the rest of those in today. I did get a notification from Home Depot that it looks like the delivery is delayed that has the actual fencing in it. If we can at least get the posts in, that'd be great. Also, I am trying to find a door or a gate or something that we can use. I'm looking on Marketplace. I messaged someone about a door, but I haven't heard back. We'll see. We have one thing that we've used as a gate, but we need to put that on the dog fence. So we need to figure out something else so that they don't get, or well, so that we can get in and out, obviously.
Get some silly goose merch.
Oh, you want them to get some silly goose merch? Yeah, what kind of merch are we gonna have, you think?
He's gonna say Goosey is awesome.
It's gonna say Goosey is awesome?
Mommy's awesome.
Mommy's awesome. You're sweet. What's it gonna be on?
Your hats and shirts.
Hats and shirts? Yeah, you want us to do that?
And gloves.
And gloves. That's actually a really clever idea. I like that.
With a goose holding a carrot.
With a goose holding a carrot? Dude, you might have a future in design. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah? You want to help design our merch? If we have merch someday?
Yeah, but I'll need a sewing machine.
You'll need a sewing machine. Yeah, I know.
Can I have yours?
Can you have mine? I think this is going to be an off-camera conversation. You say see you later?
See you later.
I can't believe it. We went to lunch. We came back home and Joseph said, all right, you ready to work on the fence posts? And I was like, yeah, sure, if you are. Because, he was doing the really hard part of it. I was basically just standing there and helping measure. Which, you know what? I don't even know why I said helping measure. Dude is so good. We were doing them 8 feet apart. And every time he'd go, okay, right here. And we'd measure and he was standing exactly 8 feet. And so I tried it one time and he goes, what? Are we doing them 10 feet apart now? And I was like, ha ha ha. Then we measured 10 feet. Like, come on, he should go on some game show or something. But anyway, I came in the house for a few minutes and went outside and I could hear that he was like hammering the posts in. He was almost finished. Like, lunch gave him some like super fuel charge or something. I don't know. So you got some fence posts to slam in. Go get Sully Steamers. Apparently a nice steamed bagel just really fuels the soul there. So he's got those in. Now we did end up doing a few less than we purchased just as we were going. We kind of tweaked some spacing here and there just because of trees and roots and whatnot, but like, this feels really good. I found a door on Marketplace. We're supposed to pick that up in a few hours and we'll figure that out. Joseph's going to take a look at it. He's got some ideas about the hardware and whatnot to get that in. So maybe we're going to at least make a little more progress, maybe work on the dog part of the fence. I don't know. We'll do some other things today, but I've been shocked. I'm so proud of him. He worked really, really hard. He's awesome. They're hilarious. They think I have treats. I don't. Hey, babies. Hi, friends. Oh, they're going to follow Joseph. Like, oh, maybe he does. Maybe he's got some. And yeah, there's Ricky in jail, basically. All right, all the posts are in. We have the chicken wire that we need. We have the tools we need and everything. So we're going to get going on attaching the chicken wire to the T-post. And getting that going is the obviously the next step in getting the fencing up for the chickens. But that's also the next step we need to be able to put the fence up to keep the dogs out of my garden. I'm excited about that. We have made a little progress over here. This is where we started, and there's some extra here because we're going to actually attach it to the coop, because chickens are kind of like mice. They need a very small space to get through. They look bigger than they are because of all their feathers. So we tried the T-post clips here. Yeah, we couldn't make that work. And as soon as we got started, we both shared the concern. Like, we have a little tool. You're supposed to be able to twist these, but because we're using chicken wire, the tool doesn't actually fit through. So it's just too difficult, honestly, to try to twist things around. So what we're doing right now, zip ties. There's so many zip ties holding things together around here. Like, we are a zip tie and duct tape kind of family. Even, honestly, zip ties way more than duct tape even. But our plan right now is to attach it all the way around with zip ties and figure out another solution at some point and kind of go around and reinforce. So we've made it from here. There's my hard-working hubby. Around, we're going to this corner behind this tree, and we've made it over to that post right there, which is maybe a foot in front of the fence thing that was already there. So we've got to go around over there to that corner. There's the tree house. We go around behind there, and then the chicken run is there, and then we'll connect to the corner of the run there and go across, like on this side of the garden beds. It'll attach to this corner of the coop, and there'll be a gate right over here somewhere. That's the plan. So it's going slow. The other little issue we've had is we purchased these landscape pins. We purchased the 4-inch ones because that's what Tractor Supply had. And honestly, when I looked at Harbor Freight and Lowe's, I don't know if Harbor Freight had anything, and Lowe's only had the 4-inch ones as well. Because the ground is very soft back here because of years and years of leaves accumulating back here. It's producing great soil, but it's very soft, and the 4 inches just isn't long enough. It's not gripping in enough, and so they're pulling up, so they're not holding the fencing. We need the landscape pins in between the T-post to help it stay flush along the bottom so the chickens can't get out, and hopefully the dogs can't get in. So I think the plan right now is we're going to get the fence all the way around with the zip ties attached to the T-post, and we're going to decide what landscape pins we're going to order on Amazon, and that'll probably take a couple of days for those to get here, but we'll be able to go ahead and start working on the dog fence because we don't need the pins for that. So we're at least making progress, just not as quickly as we thought we would. I think I've mentioned in another video, we are notoriously bad for underestimating how long it's going to take us to do anything, and so much of that is because, you know, most projects we're doing, it's the very first time we've ever done something like that, and we just don't always know. I'm really bad about being like, oh, we could do that in an hour. I don't know why I think these things, but it's going to take a bit longer, but that's okay. We're getting there. We have a little bit of time. Like Joseph and I were talking, I'm like, my bigger priority is getting the dog fencing up so that I can continue making progress on the garden. Speaking of, I can see Bo just jumped out of one of the garden beds. But the chickens, we still have a little time before we're moving all the other chickens back here. So if we can at least make enough progress to get the dog fence up, I'll feel good about that. And then we've got we've got a little more time that we can keep working steadily to get the chicken fence up. I just, like I said, because I underestimated how long it's going to take, I just thought it'd be finished already. It's okay. It's not a big deal. Good news update. We ordered these 12-inch long landscape pins from Amazon, and overall they're working so much better than the 4-inch ones we have. This area of our yard has a lot of leaf buildup and things like that, so the top of the soil is just really loose, and that's good for some things but not for 4-inch landscape pins. So most of the places we think these are going to work, and we have some ideas for a couple of other spots, including Joseph had the idea for right in this kind of area over here, to put a couple of pallets there. Again, we're trying to deter the dogs. We don't think the chickens will get out. We don't want the dogs getting in. So wanted to update you on those, and I can throw a link to these down in the description in case anyone else also needs some longer landscape pins. Hey Joseph, what's that tool you're using?
This is Cindy.
Cindy? Why do you call her Cindy?
Well, they're loppers, so these are Cindy Lopper.
Also, I'd be curious. Let us know in the comments what you call this tool. Show it again. Because even the I see it says bypass lopper on the thing. But I had never heard them called loppers before. So let us know. I love knowing what people from different areas call different things.
Got it.
Thank you. It keeps coming down on me. Okay, our neighbors have these beautiful azaleas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thankful that we can enjoy them.
Look, Mom.
Hang on 1 second. Let me tie this one off and then I can. Oh! You got on that side, huh? That reminds me of the time that we went to a playground and you were 3. And that was when we had 4 kids temporarily.
Yep.
We were fostering. 4 kids, 3 and under. We went to a playground.
We went to like at least a playground a day.
Yeah, we went to a lot of playgrounds during that season.
Tire them out.
But this specific time, Asher's always he's been very agile. He climbs and stuff. He likes to do that. Except this time, he climbed all the way to the top of the structure and then climbed to the outside of it.
Yeah.
And I was trying to figure out how to get him down, which involved because I couldn't reach him. So I had to figure out well, how did he get up there? And while I was trying to figure that out, there was a dad there.
And weren't you baby wearing too?
Maybe, yeah. But thankfully there was a dad who was quick and was able to get up to him pretty quickly and got him down.
Look at this, Mama. Look at me.
Hey, how did you get these posts to be exactly 8 feet apart?
I mean, I could have used a tape measure, but gosh, turns out I didn't really need a tape measure, right?
No, you didn't.
And why is that? Why didn't I need a tape measure?
Because you have a husband who can tell exactly how far apart 8 feet is.
Mama, ready?
It's a bizarre gift.
Yeah. I can't do much,
You guys want to
but I can tell you how far away 8 feet is.
You guys want to see a professional climber?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on 1 sec. I have to get to the tree house.
Okay.
And for the record, Joseph, you can do a lot.
Ah, baby kitty. Okay, ready? Ready? Are you ready, guys?
Yep, watching.
3, 2, 1. Mom, watch this. Ready?
that's cool. That's where. Oh, that's where Dad attached something right here.
Yeah, we used to have a door there.
I did it.
Cool.
We have done 150 feet of the fence. That's how long a roll of chicken wire is.
Yeah.
So we made it to that point, and the thunder has started. So what are we gonna do, Asher?
I'm gonna go get ice cream.
After we clean your face.
I'm eating sloppy joes.
You were eating sloppy joes? Were they good?
Yeah, with the chickens.
Yeah, Dad made. Oh, you were eating with the chickens?
Yeah, well, they finished it before I even got 2 bites.
Oh goodness, they were hungry, huh? So yeah, I promised Asher we could go to Dollar Tree to buy some tape. And since it's just the 3 of us, because Abraham is with a friend, we're gonna go get some ice cream. We don't really get a ton of time with both parents and one kid. We get some one-on-one time with the kids, but there's something extra special about both parents with one kid at a time. So we're gonna do some of that. And we thought that during rain would be a great time to do that, since we can't be outside anyway. So here we go. We are really close to being finished with the new chicken run area. This is the door that we found on Marketplace. It's very heavy, and if you can see right here, this black piece of plywood was actually attached to the door. So Joseph managed to get that off, which helped with the weight some, which it left a gap down here at the bottom. So we're gonna take care of that and figure out how to latch it over here from both sides. And then all the chicken wire is up. Might be kind of hard to see. All the way around and then back and then around the coop over there. And then if you can't see it, it goes from the door to the corner of the coop too. So that is done. Joseph attached the chicken wire to the coop, which was one of the last things we needed to do. And then we still have some of the landscape pins to put on the bottom. So really all that's left is finalizing the door and the landscape pins, and then they'll be able to come in and out, at least through this door. We still need to purchase a new door to put on their coop that will be solar powered and on a timer and all that stuff. I think it's too shady in that area to get to do it like based on the sun coming up and down, so we'll just do a timer, no big deal. So the more I've been out in this space today as we were finishing up stuff, the more it feels like it's going to be a good space for them. So I'm happy for this to be almost finished, because once this is finished up and the chickens can be in here, then we'll start tackling the former chicken run and converting that into the quack shack. All right, it's basically finished back here. We're really excited to, it might need some tweaking, but we basically can say this project is finished. We went around and put the landscape pins down. We ended up using a lot more than we thought we were going to need originally, so I'm glad we had enough. We have some left over so that when the chickens inevitably show us the weak spots in the fence, we can fix those. I'm going to have Joseph show you what he did with the door to create a latch that we can access from both sides, so that whether we're going in or out or whatever, whichever side of it we're on, we can latch it, and the kids should be able to latch it as well.
All right, so we finished the lock or latch for our door. Rachelle found this door on Marketplace, and it had a big piece of plywood on it, I guess because the bottom is broken, so we just added a piece of wood at the bottom. Took the big piece of plywood off so the door wouldn't be as heavy. And then we bought one of these latches. I don't really know what it's called, but you see them at pools and stuff. And so basically it'll close, and then Rachelle, will you move that clasp right there?
Move the this?
Yeah. So she can do it from that side, and then if I'm on this side, I drilled a hole through the door so that I can
and I know you're all going to be surprised, but look what we're using. Zip ties. Here, you want to show it from the other side too? Huh?
unlatches really easily. I think it's this zip tie pulling down on it.
Oh. So it might need a tweak.
Yeah.
Is it my fault because of what I did on the back? Here, let's show them what I did on the back.
Yeah.
Here, open. Can I come in?
Yeah.
Knock, knock. Okay, so what Joseph is saying, like on the back, this was here. Oh, you undid it.
I undid it. But
Okay, it might be better now.
Still doing it.
So I had it was hanging like it was just this one, and I was concerned it would go through the hole, and so I tied it around here and kind of made a loop. But I think what he was saying is it might be pulling too hard.
So yeah, now you just
Yep.
pull.
Cool.
So the hope is that like the kids, all they have to do is just shut it,
Yeah.
and then they're done.
And opening and whatnot should be easy for them as well because it's
And?
just pulling it.
Got our sign.
Yeah.
Oh, and look, Asher got all the chickens put up.
That fast?
Oh yeah, they're very obedient for him.
Asher, that's awesome. You got him put to bed that quickly. Nice work. Okay. And so Joseph used a scrap piece of wood right here. We're all about using what we have. And so there's this gap right there, you can see. So we're taking bets on whether or not they can get through.
You can always put a chicken there.
Yeah.
Just shove a chicken through.
And just see.
Well, we'll see, and if they get through, we'll do something different.
Yeah.
What does this do?
I think the white one, yeah, like
So
that.
here on the other side,
Oh.
you would pull that. So go through it.
Yeah, you don't want to pull the zip tie all the way through.
Go through
I didn't even think about it happening like that. Oh.
Now shut the door.
Yeah. And it'll just,
And now you're like, hey, if I want to get out, you pull that, and it opens. So easy.
and then you use the doorknob to close it from the front.
Yeah.
You just pull it. And make sure it goes all, yeah, like that.
Nice. And so to get this in here, I used a self-tapping screw that I just used the impact on it until it went through the steel. It took a minute, but it did it.
All right. Self-tapping screw, folks. That's a thing. Any other words, Mr. Squints?
Nope. Squint you later.
I don't know if I said this earlier, but the plan for the next several days would be that the chickens would have some supervised time in this area so that we can see if there are any weak spots in the fence where they can get out. And that way, if they do get through, we'll be here, we can see it, we can fix it. And then after a few days, if they're not getting out, we feel pretty confident, then they can just spend the day in there. And that's pretty exciting to be that close to being able to let them do that. And then we can get the duck area ready because we're just a couple weeks away from transitioning the oldest chicks and ducklings to being in the backyard. So it's actually been a couple of weeks since I filmed that last clip. So I just thought I'd give you a little update before I complete this video. The chickens have shown us that there were some gaps in that fence. And so we've just been fixing them as we find them. Full disclosure, there's a spot that we just cannot figure out. We usually have one chicken and a couple of littles that will get out, and we just haven't figured it out yet. We have some landscape pins that are supposed to arrive maybe today to work on the duck area. So I'm sure if we have any extras from there, we probably will just put them anywhere that seems like it could use a little extra oomph. But overall, it's been a great setup. It really has. We haven't replaced the little door yet on the coop, but the one that is there, even though it technically doesn't work anymore, you can manually raise and lower it. So we're gonna do that for a while until, honestly, probably until we need to go out of town. Just it gives us longer to make the decision on the replacement. It's an expense we can defer for a bit, so it's working, so we'll just keep doing that. But it's nice that when it's open, they just let themselves out of the coop. They go straight into their run. They can spend the day there. They have access to the coop. They can get in and out so that they have access to their nesting boxes. That's been fantastic, even better than we imagined. So that's been great. And then we're still having fun at night, teaching the littles, like, okay, you go in the coop at night, you go on the roost. That's been fun. So anyway, like I said, just wanted to give you that little update. Thanks again for watching.